Okay, let's just jump right in. We're about to unpack a pretty provocative take on productivity from YouTuber Hamza. And honestly, it challenges just about everything you've been told about the perfect morning routine. So get ready to forget what you think you know.
So, what is it really? Is it this perfectly crafted sequence of mindful habits? Or is it something a lot more raw and immediate? The answer might actually surprise you. Now, take a look at this. This is where it gets really interesting. On the left, you've got what Hamza calls the cute morning routine: meditation, journaling, cold showers, all the stuff we're told is the key to success. But then look at the right. That's the routine he claims young millionaires actually follow. And it's got just one thing on it: do the most important task. That's it. Wild, right? So, first things first. Let's start by completely dismantling this myth of the perfect morning. See, that very routine that's designed to make you productive, it could be the sneakiest form of procrastination you'll ever encounter. You feel like you're getting stuff done. You meditated, you journaled, but you haven't actually touched the work that's going to move your business, your career, or your studies forward. And that brings us to the core philosophy here: a completely unfiltered, no excuses approach to getting things done. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's not about warming up to the day. It's about launching directly into it. The most successful young people Hamza knows, they don't prepare to work. They just work instantly. Think about it like this. Every single tiny little action you take after your alarm goes off is a potential distraction. Checking your phone, making coffee, even just deciding what to wear, it's all friction. This method is all about creating a super direct, zero resistance path from your pillow to your most important task. Okay, look, this next quote it's extreme, for sure, but it is the perfect example of this philosophy taken to its logical limit. The point isn't to neglect hygiene, of course not. It's to show that nothing is allowed to get in the way of the essential work. I mean, even a 2-minute task like brushing your teeth is seen as an unnecessary delay. So what does this number mean? 4. Well, this is the proof in the pudding, right? On the day he filmed his source video, Hamza had already scripted and recorded 4 videos. And get this, it was all before 5 a.m. That's the kind of output this friction-free morning can actually produce. So what's really key here is what you don't do. You wake up and you don't check your messages. You don't go make that cute little coffee. You don't send a few texts. You just sit down and do the hard work, the kind that makes you sweat a little bit. That right there, that is the entire routine. And this whole idea, it's really built on a super powerful psychological framework. You might have heard of it. It's called the Eat the Frog rule. So your frog, it's that one single task you are most likely to put off. But here's the kicker. It's also the one that will have the biggest positive impact on your life and your results. It's that big, hairy, important thing you know you should be doing. Now, to really get why this works, let's play out this little analogy that Hamza uses. Imagine you've got one job today. You have to eat a live frog. Yeah, not exactly pleasant, but it has to get done. And later on, you've got this fantastic meal you're really looking forward to, kind of like a reward waiting for you. So what's the smart move here? Do you eat the frog before your nice dinner, or do you save it for after? The answer is so clear when you see it laid out like this. If you eat the frog first, you get that awful task over with. Boom, done. Then you can sit down and really, truly enjoy your dinner feeling accomplished. But if you wait, you spend the entire day dreading it. You're anxious during your meal, so it doesn't even taste as good. And then you have to eat the frog anyway and end your day with that disgusting taste in your mouth. This is how most of us approach our most important work. Okay, so how do you actually do this? Well, the work doesn't really start in the morning. It actually starts the night before. And it's a super simple 3-step process. First, before you even think about going to bed, you decide exactly what your most important task, your frog, is for tomorrow. Second, you write it down, make it crystal clear. And third, and this is important, you take a moment to visualize yourself doing it. And that visualization part, that is a crucial, crucial detail. You just spend a few seconds literally imagining yourself waking up, ignoring everything else, and launching straight into that one big task. This mental rehearsal, it primes your brain, making the action almost automatic when your alarm goes off. You've already made the decision, so there's zero willpower needed in the morning. All right, to wrap all this up, Hamza leaves us with this fascinating challenge, one that kind of questions the very nature of us watching content just like this. What he's saying here is that these short, dopamine hit videos, they're just the entry point. They're designed to grab your attention. But the real, life-changing knowledge, that comes from deep, focused engagement with long-form content, the kind that requires you to do the hard work of actually learning. So here's the real bottom line. True progress doesn't come from watching endless clips about productivity. It comes from closing the tab and doing the actual work. This whole explainer is totally useless if it doesn't lead to action. And that brings us right to the final and most important question. What's your frog? What is that single most essential, most valuable task that you've been putting off? The real lesson here isn't just to watch, it's to identify that thing for yourself and go do it right now.